Hello, this is Sierra and welcome to another video. Today we're doing another video, reading another chapter 3 in Clockwork Chronicles, Hermit Outcry, and yeah, this is a continuation of Season Clockwork. It's just another story that I wrote that I wanted to share. Yeah, let's get on reading and see how this goes, shall we? If you haven't read the other chapters, be sure you do so, because there's minor spoilers. It's not a big deal if you missed chapter 1 and 2. But ideally, you would want to know what happened in chapter 1 and 2. So, yeah. Let's get into it. Chapter 3, Bdubs' perspective. Bdubs landed on the grass below as the group made it back to Jim's base. You could see Matthias waiting for them by the door with a knowing look on his face. Is everything good now? The escort asked matter-of-factly. Yeah, I believe so, Jim nodded. Sorry we didn't warn you first, but you were in a rush. Don't worry about it, the man shrugged. Come inside. Bdubs nodded as he followed his friends, noticing Impulse hesitating as he stood next to his escort. You good? I have some things I need to deal with first, Impulse said calmly, glancing over at Blake. Raise a curious eyebrow. You sure you don't want some come inside for some soup? Pearl's voice asked as the door opened. I'd love to, but the hermit hesitated again. It's okay, Green replied encouragingly. If you need to go, then go. Just be careful with whatever you're doing, Impulse insisted. Bdubs chuckled. We will. I might call you later to work on something for the secret room, Jem pointed out. I look forward to it, Impulse smiled as he wished him well before flying off in the sky once more. Blake did the same as Bdubs watched as he disappeared from view. I'm sure he'll be fine, Bdubs said simply. He looked kind of worried, Jem admitted with a frown as the hermit nodded. A little, yeah, Bdubs agreed. Blake's was enough. Let's try not to think about it for now, Green said matter-of-factly. I have a few ideas of what we can do tomorrow, if it's any interest to you. Bdubs nodded as he followed his friends inside, going to the kitchen where Pearl had set up the table. The hermit took a seat as he took out the pages that he'd been given, as he looked them over again. They don't give us much to go off of, huh? Green asked next to him as Bdubs jumped. His friend sat down with a chuckle. Freaked out. To be fair, it's been a few weeks since Jim found this, Bdubs said softly. For all we know, it is just a distraction to keep us from figuring out what's really going on. What else are we going to do then? Jim asked curiously. Just sit here and wait for them to come to us? Doesn't seem like a plan that usually works for our benefit. Do you know where some of their hideouts are? Green replied. We could start from there and try to ruffle them up a bit. Nothing like TNT, just to annoy them. It's a start, Bdubs nodded. There doesn't seem to be a lot of these men around as much as they used to. Yeah, Jim agreed. If you can deal with whatever's left, and Mr. A would have to get more. The only way you can is through a portal. So we just block off access to the one we have? Green suggested. That might work, Pearl pondered. Unless they have access to their own. Do they? Bdubs asked. They do, we don't know about it. Jim sighed as she shook her head. Maybe we should try to lure them out. Like, try and capture Mr. A, RJ, or Gerald? Green offered. If we take down the main powers, they won't know what to do. And Jem hesitated for a moment before shaking her head. It's been tried before, and it almost worked. Almost? Bdubs asked curiously. She nodded. Someone let Mr. A and RJ out after they were caught and captured once. I don't know much of the details. I think Gerald was the one who was behind it. Clockwork Chronicles. Then we just make sure they can't get out, Grant said confidently. That's a lot easier said than done, Jim replied quietly. It's still doable, which is a lot better odds to me, Bdubs said eagerly. That's true. The better way to get rid of them is to get rid of them permanently. Excuse me, my dear. that would do it, Messiah interjected, as the hermits all jumped. Unfortunately, that'd give their followers more reason to push more, and it could end up being worse for all of you. Gotcha. Bdubs nudged. Does make a lot of sense. So what are we going to do? Green asked. Do what we can for now, and if we have a chance to catch one of them off guard, then let's take it. Jim said thoughtfully. Ladies, what are you doing? Very well, Matthias replied. I can see what the backup can do about the coordinates if you wish. I'm wondering if one of them is in the hay bin and the other one's freaking the other one out. Oh, Queen, it's okay. Wouldn't it risk the men finding out and knowing about what we have? Bdubs asked. They probably know already, Matthias shrugged. It's not hard to connect the dots if you look from their perspective. Right, Jim sighed. We really need to get better at secret keeping. I don't know about that happened, Matthias mused. You've still been able to keep some secrets thus far. Jim chuckled and smiled. Yeah, definitely. The group finished their soup as they chatted for a little bit more about a few things, keeping updates on what everyone had been doing, and what they'd all be doing tomorrow, just as things started to wrap. We should probably get home, Bdubs said after the conversation had died down. Getting to his feet as he said this. Yeah, I've still got a couple of things I need to finish for tomorrow, Green replied. I'm going to be making something. That's neat, Jim replied happily. You two will be okay going back with your escorts. Unfortunately, I don't think you are going anywhere for the moment, Bdubs' escort said with a frown as he entered the room. Why? Jim asked quickly. It was an incident that happened while you were having this discussion, the man reported. Devon has ordered a temporary lockdown. Is everything okay? Pearl asked with concern. We don't know much of anything, the man admitted. It should be lifted in the morning if all goes well. At least we have each other, Green admitted with a small smile. If anything does happen, we have a chance. What about the other hermits, though? Jim asked before adding, I need to check with his pulse. I'll go upstairs and scout around a bit, Bdubs said quickly. She spotted the hermit take out her communicator. He went for the stairs as they climbed them, hearing the others dispersing as he made it to the top. Yeah, I'm going to do this to you. Sorry. This is the end of this video. I do hope you enjoyed. I hope you do like this little soup group sort of stuff, like soup meetup and all that. Yeah. I know the whole soup group isn't here, but, well, you'll find out next week why. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed, and yes, I will see you in the next one, whenever that might be. Goodbye. And yeah, the both of them are okay. I will check on them before making the next episode.